companies that are selling harmful products to Kenyans. And if I may add to that, there is no need looking for cure when we cannot do protection. We need to prevent our people first before we look for treatment. It makes no sense looking for treatment for what we have caused ourselves. And as we all know, cancer actually has no treatment. It can be prevented, and the treatments that are there are very minimal. And as an African country, by the time we get to realize that we have cancer, in most cases at a late stage, when you are actually ill, stage 3 and 4 is when we realize we have cancer. Now, instead of working so much on curing something that the world outside there knows very well that curing is minimal, let us work more on protection and preventing cancer. It is unfortunate that Honorable Madam Boss says that the most people in her county that were tested are farmers. And farmers are the people who feed us. And they're the ones who are going to die first, if I may use that word, before us. So who will feed us? We are going to finish a generation that is very important to us. As much as we are looking for cure, I think the insurance companies also, the health insurance companies, also need to be lenient a bit on Kenyans. When you go to take an insurance cover, you do fill a form to state which diseases you have. You could be working with cancer and you don't know. And if you take that cover, within 3 months, unfortunately, if you happen to fall sick, they will not cover you because there's a grace period for covering such treatments. And so they will tell you, this is a terminal disease, we cannot cover you. Unfortunately, you did not know that you have the disease. So I think the insurance firms also should reconsider that this is something that is beyond us. It's not like these other diseases that we can surely have prevention easily or have cure easily. So I request that this government honestly should take this matter so serious. I think cancer is the #1 killer disease. Though they say malaria, but malaria is curable, even with herbs. But cancer, we don't have cure for cancer in Kenya. And it is one thing that is really making Kenyans poor. Because once you have a cancer patient, your form is sure to be signed as you're going to run broke, no matter how rich you are. Now, a disease that cannot be cured with a poor person cannot even maintain cancer. Why don't we work more on prevention than working more on cure? We tend to take a lot of our time considering that the only known cancer in Kenya mostly is cervical cancer. But even our young girls need to be told, and I can see that there are some students here. I am addressing you, my dear little girls, that mama needs to teach you that early sex is a call for cancer, because the cervix is still too small, and when you start engaging in dirty things, you are inviting a disease that has no cure. Other than HIV, cancer will ruin you. HIV is a little bit manageable, but still it has no cure, just like cancer. And when you get cancer, you're guaranteed that your life will be a very difficult life. So dear schoolgirls who are up there, please be reminded that cancer, you are a candidate, an old mama like me is a candidate, a grandmammy is a candidate. So dear Kenyans, let us take the cancer problem a serious issue. When Madam Boshole, Honorable Madam Boshole, has done her work, a difficult job to bring to our attention, and the government takes it lightly and does nothing about it, it's quite unfortunate. It was the responsibility of the government to act with immediate effect. Close those companies. There is nothing else that they can do telling us that they're still going around. How are they going to know if this problem is true or real? Are they going to test it on human beings and see how many people are dying for them to say, yes, it's a bad thing, we need to get it off the shelves? And I think the European countries, if you cannot have it for your country, it cannot be good for us when it's bad for you. So stop treating Africans like we are not human beings. We are not lesser human beings. What is bad for you is bad for us. You have 5 senses like us. You have same organs like us. The only difference is the skin color, which is outside. So please stop killing us when you're preventing in your own country. You're putting the right channels not to get cancer in your country. The lifespan for an African person is always longer, fortunately enough, than the Western countries because of the kind of foods that we have. And so we should encourage our farmers, with those who have the right education, to tell the farmers the right food that can help our wananchi to use more to prevent cancer. Cancer is not prevented by medicine, it is prevented by lifestyle and the food that we eat. So dear Kenyans, let us take this a very serious issue and teach both young, old, and our neighbors that cancer is a serious disease and prevention is better than cure. I support the motion. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Member for Migori. The Honorable Jematia.
Thank you.
The Honorable Florence Jematia. And before she does that,